So anyone, everyone can see my screen?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we
Okay,
can.
perfect. All right, so what I want to go over today, as you all know, as far as trying to the market right now, it's crazy. We cannot predict or try to assume to predict the market like we used to 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, because there's a lot of melee that's going on all around the world that's making the market just go berserk right now. So what I want to try to do, as far as us being day traders, is trying to pinpoint as best as we can a hypothetical, I would say, direction of a stock that day, uh, with the previous levels that stock has hit. That's the only thing that I want to basically try to teach you guys right now, is just to set these levels on any stock that you're looking at. I know a lot of people, some of the people in the room can't afford the Teslas or can't afford the SPYs, or can't afford the SPXs or the Googles, because they are expensive. For a day play for like a Google, you can spend up to $5,000 to $1,000 easy on a car. Now, if you win, that's beautiful, but if you lose, you're losing a lot of money. So there's not a lot of people in that particular category yet. I want everyone to be there by all means, but right now, what I want you to do is whatever top 5 or your favorite stock that you guys are looking at on a daily basis that you like, like Jess love Neo, Jess love LCID, Lucid, and what else, Moro, and a couple other stocks that just love that. And SoFi, there's a couple of stocks, cheap stocks, that we can get into without spending a lot of money. Okay, but I need you guys to basically know how to set certain levels and what to look for. Because the only thing, like I always told you from day one, each ticker is telling you a story. You have to basically look at the chart. I always want you guys at least to go on a weekly to see what's going on to this particular stock, what's going on. You see what I mean? On what level it is, what price range it is. If there's any particular news within that week, what's going on, especially with Tesla. There's a whole bunch of news with Tesla and Twitter. So, you just basically have to find out what's going on with your stock that you're looking at. Number 2, just want to know, as far as price action, what levels or where the stock is heading and why the stock is heading downwards or upwards. Okay, you have to basically know that. Once you know that, next thing I want you guys to start learning more and more of is chart patterns and candlestick patterns. It is very important that you guys can dictate what type of pattern that's going on right now. Like, for instance, I'm gonna put you on blast, Wilma. I'm gonna put you on Front Street, all right?
Easy one. We were supposed to get in.
I'm gonna give you an easy one right now. Hold on, where's my let me see. Okay. So this here, what type of candlestick pattern is this right here?
Double tops. I see
Beautiful.
2.
Beautiful. That's all I want you guys to start understanding and learning just by a quick second. I don't care if I go to this particular stock, or if I go to Apple and so forth on a 1 week or the 1 day. I want you guys to basically, once this particular ticker pop up on your screen, you can hypothetically see what's going on. That's the story that the stock is telling you. Okay, so on Tesla right here, the story here on the weekly is a double top. So you're looking at the double top here. It may not be as close as possible, as even, but yet you can see the formation. And Wilma, just like that, she saw the formation. And that's what I want you guys to identify every single day. Okay, every night, once the market closes, if you have time, like right now, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, you put your kids to bed and so forth. Spend time with your loved ones and everything like that, and go ahead and start charting. Let me go back to my original charts. So this chart you can't understand really. I might have to take everything off, but let me go back to where were I? Go to the free thing.
Tesla.
Yeah, Tesla. So yeah, so that's the double double top. And what the double top represent, of course, it has two previous highs, a low, a swing high, and it's going to continue down until whatever level that it wants to break. Okay, so now this is where you come in as far as a trader and as far as a technical analysis per se, to see what's going on. So now you see this double top. Next, today or this week, what happened was this particular, during the week, actually, what happened was it looked like it's going to reverse to go up. So before you apply any type of indicators, any type of anything on your chart, you want to know what's going on. Then what you want to do basically is just go on a daily real quick and see what's going on. So this was the double top that formed on the weekly. All right. So now if you go back to the weekly, again, this last green candlestick, because it's a weekly, represents these last 4 candles.
Right.
All right. So now what's it's telling you right now, after that huge double top, it continued to go downwards. Now Tesla wants to go up. Okay. Now here's what you want to do is, okay, Tesla's going up. How far can Tesla go? All right. How far can Tesla go? And why is Tesla going up? And what type of price action that Tesla is giving you? What type of story, what type of price action that Tesla is giving you? So once you see this here, you can go all the way back to how many weeks or months that you want, but I don't want you to go back that far, at least, at least a year. If you're on a daily, at least a year to see what's going on. Okay. Then what you want to do, what I like to do, just to set certain levels, because now these levels, you see a lot of levels going on right now. You see a lot of retracement, a lot of pullbacks, a lot of good swings, a lot of good bullish movement, bullish sentiments, a lot of bearish sentiments. So now these are certain levels that the stock has been in, and it's either bounce off of or bounce from that particular price level. So once you establish what type of levels is going on, all I want you guys to start doing right now is just to go on the hourly and set certain levels. So when I'm on the hourly, the only thing I would like to do, I like to use this particular one, horizontal raise, because the good thing about horizontal raise is it doesn't go infinity from left to right. It will go infinity from wherever you point it at to the right, infinity. So if you click it here, you see how it goes here. So you don't really want for it to go back that much, but what you want to do is moving forward, you want to see what type of levels that Tesla is hitting. All right, so on the daily, let me erase this. So on the hourly, what I want you to do is just see certain levels. That's it. See what type of price action that Tesla is giving you. So what I see now, and here's the thing, and you can use your cursor. And the good thing about the cursor, it does have lines, so you can see align those particular price action to the current price action. So go back to my what was it again? Horizontal ray. And then I would just set levels. So if I would have set this particular level right here, what Tesla was telling me back in around February 24th or so, Tesla bounced off this price of 758.83. It bounced off from here. It jumped up. It had a nice momentum going on. It was trying to hit that 758, but it didn't. It went back up. Then around March 22nd, around March 14th, it did hit that level. What happened? It bounced up. So this is a price action, previous levels that this stock has been in, and it either reject, bounce from it, or bounce away or break away from it. Okay, so and then what happened is right here, May 17th, again, it touched that particular level at 758 and it bounced from it. Then again, around May 31st, it touched it a little bit, and it's been around this particular price level ever since. So what this is telling you is Tesla wants to break, but the sellers are coming in to fight it because they want to keep it under 758. Okay, but what if Tesla breaks? Then what? So now you have to see other certain levels that Tesla hit that it either bounced from or broke through. So what I would do is still on the hourly, I would look at certain other levels. Okay, this is one of the levels here. This is another level here. This is a level here. Reason why I say this is a level here, because you see how it bounced off that 732.95. It bounced from it, went down. It actually broke through. Now this is kind of like a breakout. Yeah, it would be a breakout because it broke through. It held that price and it continued on an upward position. But then right now, the last couple of days, it's trying to go ahead and hit that 732.95. Either it goes up or either it goes down. We don't know yet. So that's why these levels are very important, because remember, stock have memory. They memorize what levels that they've been in before. Either they want to keep it there or move away, move up from it, or move down from that price. But the only thing that I would like for you guys to do is set those levels to see. So on a daily basis, you come in. So on a nightly basis, all you have to do is come in and see, hey, okay, Tesla wants to move up, but I want to go ahead and set these levels. Now, once Tesla break these levels, then this is my chance to go inside a play. But I don't want to go to inside a play until it reaches, let's say here, or it reaches above that 786 mark. Okay, just for a confirmation, I would definitely wait until, because Tesla does move fast, does move quick. All right, so I definitely would wait on a higher confirmation to see that trend. I want to see that particular trend go up. Okay, but I want to set my levels to see, okay, if it breaks it, you see how it broke it here? It held. Once it held, it continued. And that's all I want you guys to start watching, to see if any level that's been broken, if it held, then you know for a fact, okay, the next day or two is going to continue on an upward trend. Just like right here, it was trying to break this 758.83, but sellers came in and broke down. So what happened here, it held under the 758.83 and it continued down on a downward motion. And now it's back to that 732.95 area. You see how important those price levels, price action is very important. Very important to see. And the only thing I want you guys, again, to see is just to look at the stock, and look at what type of levels that has been in previously. So let's continue. This one here, I like this one, reason being because you see how that 839.30, it went down, it moved up, it bounced from it, went on all the way down. Then back in March 16 or so, it went up, the stock went up, touched it again, bounced now to this previous level, and then broke through around March 17th. And ever since then, it was just on an upward level. So if you would have, let's say if we would have got in here, if you would have charted here and would have saw this, how it held this particular level, we would have went in for a call and made some money on Tesla. Okay. Remember, stocks, they memorize certain levels that it previously been in, and they would either break through or break from that particular level. And the only thing that you want to do is confirm that it did either held or didn't break through. So if it held and did not break through, you know for a fact that you're going to go ahead and go into some puts for a couple of minutes or an hour or two to make some quick change, to make 30% out of it. All right. So now I see another level here, how this double top formed. See how it came up, went down, came up, and that double top formed, and it continued down all the way down from, come on, baby, move this. It went from March 1st. I'm sorry. From March 3rd, it went all the way down until March 8th. So that was 5 days of nothing but puts. 5 days, nothing but puts, if you would have caught this on the hourly, and if you would have set your previous levels. So that previous level would have been right here. This previous level would have been right here a little bit. So if it would have bounced or stayed away from it, you would have known for a fact that, hey, it's put time because of that double top. All right. So once you do this on the hourly, the next thing I want you to do is just to go inside the 5-minute time frame. Now, there's more little ins and out that I want you to do, but these are the main key levels of Tesla. So now how we get into our particular plays or my particular plays on a daily basis, now I would see where can I find these tiny tidbit levels that I can go ahead and scout Tesla for that particular day. Because Tesla, I don't want to stay in Tesla for long. All right. With these big numbers, I don't want to Tesla, I'm looking at least 45 minutes to an hour on Tesla or less to get in and get out. You can make 30, 45, or even 80% on Tesla, depending on the direction that it's heading. You can make that 80% profit in no time. Tesla, SPX, SPY, Google, Netflix used to be like that. Facebook used to be like that. But now with Tesla and Google, these bad boys move quickly and you can make money very quick off of them. So now once I'm in the 5-minute, only thing I want to do now is just look at these tidbit levels that Tesla has been in and just go ahead and chart it real quick. I see this particular level here. So you see how it bounced off, it went up, it was trying to bounce here, it went up, bounce here. So this here is a double bottom, and a double bottom is the opposite, Vicky, of a double top. So a double bottom represent a nice upward trend. So if you identify this, once you know your charts and stuff like that, once you identify certain patterns, you can definitely go in real quick, make some money, and come right out, because you know for a fact that momentum will continue due to the fact you see these particular patterns. All right, but we'll go over patterns and so forth. I have different videos that I can go ahead and send to you pertaining that. All right. So again, only thing I want to do is set certain levels that Tesla has been in. That's one. It touched that. 3 times, 4, 5, 6, 7, almost 8 times it touched that before it reached down. So you know for a fact, if you were going into a play tomorrow, you see how it touched all of this before it went down? Same thing right here. All this came into play. So see how it touched it? Sellers came in, wanted to keep it under that level because of the previous levels that have been in, and it was going to go down. So people were thinking, hey, if I go in here for puts, hey, this might happen again. So people came in and it almost happened until buyers came in, it broke through, and it continued on another level. All right. So that's it. So go in, just to look, see how many times that this price action has been touched before. So if I would put one here, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times, 7, 8, and then 9 times that it touched and it moved up. All right, actually 9, 10, almost 11 times that it moved up. So right now, this is the level that we're in right now. What I would like to do tomorrow to see, hey, if Tesla bounced and held this 736.81 level, if it bounced from here, goes down just a tad bit, and if it bounced, because remember, what we're looking at first is the daily. We're looking at the daily and we're seeing this upward trend. So that's what we're going to concentrate on, the upward trend. So you go back into your 5 minutes and say, hey, all right, if Tesla hits this 736.81, if it bounced from it, the next 2 candles green, that's when I'm going to go in for calls. And it illustrated right here. You see how it was just bouncing a little bit. And then that second candle, long, nice green candle. I'm on the Hakanashi, by the way. Just to just to be clear, I'm on a Hakanashi candlestick. So that nice long wick, nice candlestick with no bottom wick, but a good top. That means that uptrend will continue. But right now, sellers has been battling this bad boy all day today. So my conclusion for tomorrow, what I want to happen is for Tesla to hit this 736.81 and bounce from it. Once it bounced and I see the next 2 candlesticks green, I'm going to go in for a quick play. Stay in for about 15, 20 minutes. If I can make my money real quick, then I would do so. All right, let me get this off because this is, let me take this out. Let me go to my real chart. Now, this is my real chart. I was trying to show you guys without all this mayhem going on. But this is my chart that I've been charting for a couple of days on SPY. And SPY been hitting these levels a lot. I'm sorry, Tesla been hitting these levels a lot. So if I go into my 5-minute time frame, you can see that these particular levels has been hit. And once I see these candlestick patterns, as far as an upward trend, I can go in at least by the second one, continue to go in for a couple of, for about 45 minutes and made profit. So this here, if I would have went in today at 12:20 and stayed until about almost closing, that would have been around a 15-20% profit for me on Tesla, just because I saw this huge bounce here off of Tesla. Once it held, it was trying to break, it held. That next candlestick was okay. Then the other candlestick was nice and long green. I wouldn't have gone here because, of course, it looked like sellers and buyers were fighting. Then I would go ahead and hit at least this here, because now the second level of 734.19 has been hit. It's continuing to hold, and right after it hold, it went up. Right after hold and went up. That's one confirmation. My next confirmation is this RSI. The RSI is very important. This is the RSI MA line. The black is the RSI. The yellow is the MA line. So once I saw this happen, and then that black RSI is over that MA line, that means it is bullish. So this was when I would have gone in right here, because you see this candlestick here, once you know your patterns, you know exactly what this candlestick represents. So once you see that and you look down here and you see, oh, okay, it's about to move up.
Dylan.
It's about to move up. Let me go ahead and time it correctly. So I see this here. I see that curve of that RSI. And once it goes over that RSI line, that overness constitute this big green candle on the 5-minute. Once I see that, boom, it was nothing but uptrend until we reach right here. So that right there would have been a nice little profit for me had I looked at this. But I think I was doing something else today over the around the house and stuff like that. So I didn't trade the rest of the day. But if we would have saw that, if I would have saw that early, that would have been some quick profit for me right there. Okay. Now, how do you get in a play once you see all this? Once you see this confirmation, at least 2 or 3 confirmations. So the first confirmation is this reversal pattern candlestick. Second confirmation I would have saw was this RSI curving up and trying to go over this MA line from the RSI indicator. Okay. Next confirmation would be if Tesla would have break through this particular 734 area, held, and continued up. So once I saw this nice candlestick, I would go into my 1 minute. This is my entry and exit. I would go to my 1 minute and see exactly where I can find that I can find that entry. So if we go back to our 5-minute, that entry would have been around 12:20. So if I go to my 1 minute, I go back to my 12:20 to see what's going on. So right here, only thing I do on a daily basis, I look up, I on the 1 minute, I blow it up as much as I can and just wait. I wait. So around 12:20 would have been around right here. So once I see this candlestick close above this 734.20, bam, I would have gone in. I see my bad boy is up. Everything is up. Perfect. That's what I would have gone in here too. One more thing I forgot to imply too, the trauma. The trauma is very important, of course, with the orb and the trauma, but let's not look at the orb right now. I want you to look at the trauma. The trauma is a moving average indicator. It's actually a smoother moving average indicator because it is closer to the price action than the MAs. Now see how the MAs, if I turn on my MAs, where is my MAs? Did I turn it on? Well, I think I deleted, yeah, I deleted my MAs because I don't even use these anymore. Only thing I use right now, excuse me, is the trauma. And of course, with the order blocks, I'll explain the order blocks later on. But then, of course, with my trauma, it is closer to the price action than anything. So if once I see, and of course, with the trauma, it is type of support and resistance. Okay, so even if you didn't use any RSI or any other type of indicator, what I would use would be the trauma, because once the price goes over the trauma, as you can see here, this would have been my entry right here. This particular candlestick would have been my entry because it broke through. It was trying at least 2 or 3 times. Last time it broke through, I would have went in on this candlestick. And of course, you see how it stayed above that for a nice upward play until it broke through here. So that right there, my friend, would have been a nice profit from that 1040 mark until it goes underneath the trauma right here around close to closing, almost close to closing. So that trauma is very important. That trauma helps. I don't use anything else, any moving averages, but this particular trauma. And that trauma, the settings is only a 21 setting that I set. Everything else you leave as is, unless, of course, you want to change, depending if you have a dark screen or a light screen, depending if you want to change the color of the line and the thickness of the line. That's it. But other than that, I keep it the same and I just wait. I plot, I wait. Now, once I'm in a play, then I would look at the trauma. Oh, yeah, the trauma would be another confirmation. But once I'm in the play, the only thing now I would look for is the trauma on the 5 minute to see where it's at. Now, here's a golden goose that I have for you guys. I've been basically back testing a lot of things. And what I've seen was the 15-minute time frame would be your exit time frame. It would be your exit indication time frame. Okay. Of course, you're going to exit on the 1 minute, but if you look at the 15-minute time frame, and I have to do this real time for you, but if you look at the 15-minute time frame, this bad boy is so crucial as far as where the stock is heading, and it will stay over this particular block or this particular trauma line for a longer period of time. So let's say we would have got in on May 25th on a 15-minute time frame. We would have got in on May 25th. We would have rode that bad boy all the way up because it over the trauma right here, and it touched it a couple of times, but after that, it went up. And here's a rule of thumb: the farther away the price action is away from the line, the strong that particular trend will be. So if it's farther away, you know for a fact you can stay in the play a little bit longer. Just like here, it was way far for push, so you would have stayed from May 24th till about, I'm sorry, this is 50, yeah, from about 9:45 in the morning till about 12:30. So that's 2 hours, 3 hours, 2.5 hours of nothing but profits. But if you would have saw this reversal, you would have got out. Okay. But if you would have rode it, depending on where you got in, if you would have ride that bad boy. Now, remember, if it touched, if I would have stayed in because it touched, it didn't go over, it touched. And once it touched, because this is what's called, Wilma?
Huh?
What's this called?
Testing.
It's testing or retracement.
Oh yeah, retracement.
Okay, so if it goes down, that strong downtrend, it tested that trauma line, it didn't break through, and it continued on downwards. So this would have been a good play. Just like here, it broke through the trauma. Now it is on a nice uptrend. It tested it once, twice, 3 times before it went up. So this trauma is very vital to our trading. All right. Any guys have any questions before I continue?
The daily candle. When you see an inside candle, doesn't that indicate that it's possibly reversing? Like when
I
the
don't,
candle is smaller
I,
than the, because I'm seeing that on the daily. You see how it's smaller today?
yeah, so it was a lot of sellers that came in. But what I would do, I would look for you, you see how it's touching that? What that could be. First of all, let's look at the whole daily right now. Let me do this. Let's look at the whole daily. What's going on? What picture that you see right now? Forget about the blue lines. Just look at matter of fact, let me take out the trauma and everything else. So what do you see?
Okay, we talked about the double top and how many times it's touching that level.
Actually, let me keep the trauma because trauma is very important for me to show you something.
It's under.
Right. So what can happen here because of you gotta notice, remember, you gotta look back. All right. This was the swing right here. So from the swing high, now it's swinging lower. Okay. But now it is in a stronger downward momentum than anything. So what I would look for, if you would, let's say, do a couple of swings for like, let's say for 2 weeks or something like that, what I would look for is it retraced here and it continued on downward nicely. So what I'm anticipating or looking at is either it's going to touch here and it touched twice. It touched that trauma line twice. So the only thing that I'm waiting for is for it to reject and move on down, or for it to break through the trauma or whatever level that you set. Even if you didn't use the trauma at all, what I would look for is just certain levels that it would break. All right. So let's say, where's my stuff at? Where is it? Give me 1 second. Okay, right here. So let's say for a fact, this is a level. Of course, this is going to be an important level. Why is this going to be an important level? Because you see this green here? It touched it. It's about to touch it. So this right here, Wilma, will be an important level for you. What you want to see for it to be on a good uptrend, you want to see this to break this level, because you see it was trying to go up, but of course sellers got in. Sellers came in and took that bad boy down. So what I would watch is see, hey, it's close to this level. Hey, can it break this level and see how it's close to the trauma? Go over the trauma and continue up. But that's on a daily. So if you want to watch this and wait for a nice big momentum, because that's what we are waiting for. We are waiting for that big, nice jugs on up so we can stay in the play for 2-3 days and profit like crazy. Okay. So what I would wait for, it is on a nice continuation. You see how I touched this 730.70? It touched it twice. It rejected and went up. So if we would have saw this early on May 25th, that would have been a nice indication. Of course, with the candlestick pattern, that would have been a nice indication of us to hit this bad boy. But as you can see, you see this pattern now is on an upside down trend. So now you're looking, hey, this may be going down. Why is it maybe going down? Because if it doesn't break this level of the last green candle that it had back on May 13th, if it doesn't break that, that's number one. And number two, if it doesn't break the trauma line for an upward trend, then you know for a fact it's going to go down. Okay. And another indication too, where we like, then would you throw in your RSI to see what's going on and what the RSI is showing you on a daily? That it's a possible downtrend.
Yeah, it's curving down.
Yeah, it's curving down. So all these are vital for your trading. Now you can wait. Of course, what I would do if you want to be a conscious trader, just to make sure, I would definitely wait and say, okay, I want to wait to see if it's going to break that 782.96 That was the last line. That was the last level for this particular candlestick. That was the highest of the 7. Actually, let me, I got so many lines. I'm sorry, guys. So this last level here was 786.70. As you can see in the black screen right here. So that highest was around 786.90 or so forth. All right. Now, if this candlestick, because you know Tesla moves fast. So if this moves up over this candlestick and over the trauma line, then you know, and for this bad boy to curve back upwards, then you know it will be in a good uptrend. But right now you're cautious. What you want to see is if it doesn't break this particular line or break the trauma, and you see some type of reversal, like a doji. Once you see a doji and you see the RSI curving more, then you know for a fact you can go a day or two with puts. So that's what we probably will be watching tomorrow. Because tomorrow is what? Tomorrow's Thursday, right? Yeah, tomorrow's Thursday. Yeah, tomorrow's Thursday. And you know, a lot of people don't want to play calls a lot. And I think you said, oh no, that was SPY. SPY had some puts coming in, right?
Yes, puts coming in. Well, the puts is over calls.
Oh, for calls?
No, I'm saying the puts. There's a lot of open interest on puts than calls.
Gotcha. Okay. Let me see SPY right now. Yeah. Yeah. I'm on a 5-minute. Let me go to the daily. So it looks like we would have to wait and see because it's iffy right now. Because see this inside bar, this is an uptrend inside bar here. It looks like it wants to go up. So for the past 2 days, it was trying to go up. And right now, sellers, yeah. So whoever got them contracts for puts is bringing the market down. Right here today, it brought the market down just a little bit. It was anticipating on going up, but it just bringing the market down right now. So we can wait on that too, or just set your levels and play for that day. Play for that particular day. Now, this is where I want to go into the orb. The orb is very, 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 very important for day trading. Let's go. Let me go into a stock I don't have a lot of shit in. Okay, let's go here. So let me take out the order block. I'll leave the trauma. All right, so the orb always on the 5-minute time frame. Orb 5. The orb is simple. The only thing that I want to see the orb do is, this is the orb, of course, is called the open range breakout on a 5-minute time frame. So the open range is the first candlestick, the first 5-minute candlestick, which is right here, the 9:30 candlestick. It has, of course, the high of the day and the lower, I'm sorry, the high of this opening breakout, opening candlestick, and the low of the opening candlestick. Okay, what I want to happen is for any ticker that you look at, for it to break below the low or break above that high. But there's certain things that you definitely have to look at to do it. Let me log in because they're not letting me do my crap. Oh, who stole my password? Jesus Christ. Where's my freaking password? Who did this? All right, let me forget it because I can't remember my password because I'm always on my freaking phone on my laptop. It's on my laptop and I don't want to pull it up. Don't worry about it. But the orb, let's go back. It's taking everything out, bastard. All right, so let's go back to the orb. If you can see, bear with me for a minute. Forget about the blue lines and stuff like that. So the orb, what I want happen with the orb is for it to go, of course, below this opening range. It's always going to color coded for you, so you don't really have to guess or find out what's going on. The first candlestick on the 5-minute chart will always depict the direction of the stock for that particular day, 80 to 95% of the time. And you can always backtrack it and see what's going on. It's always going to be there for you. All right. So with the orb, what I want for the orb to happen, let's say for today, okay, if we would have got in Tesla, I would have waited either for it to break up, because it was trying to break over 1, 2, 3 times. Actually, since 9:30, it was trying to break over, but never did. You see that big candlestick? What is that, Jess? Just there?
Yeah, that's a reversal.
Exactly. That's a reversal. And how you can tell, because of course it was in a nice uptrend, and then sellers and buyers came in, and now it was just undecisive right now. But then the next one here, sellers came through, got in, and took the price down. All right. But it was trying to break through. That still wasn't a confirmation for me. Now, if I wanted to be a freaking shark, I would have got in first thing at 9:30, and then after the second candlestick, go in for a couple of plays until 9:55 and got out once I see this formation. So that would have been a nice 20%, 30% play profit for you if you would have done that. But I don't do that anymore, because we get burnt so much on this. It can turn easily within seconds, especially with like Tesla and SPY and the fast moving stocks. We would get burned easily just like this. So what I would do, wait for a confirmation. So once I see this orb, once I see my screen, only thing I do now is wait. And I don't trade anymore until after 10 o'clock, because that's when it eliminates the noise and you can see a clear direction of where the stock is going. Okay, so after 10 o'clock, that's when I'm gonna start calling plays now. So once I see this, as you can see around 10:15, this formation starts happening. All right, Tesla's going down. This is around 10:15, 10 o'clock, 10:10, actually 10 o'clock. It was trying to go down as much as it possibly can, but buyers came in. It was trying to pull it back up. Of course, you can see sellers came in, took it down, and now it's under the particular trauma. That's one indication. Second indication now is the third candlestick is about 70% away from being totally red under the orb. We could have gone either here or here, but just to confirm everything, I want the particular price or the candlestick to be totally under, to close, open and close totally under or over the orb. Once that happened, then we can go in and be safe. So this happened. It's under the trauma. So you see it's a downtrend. That's number one. Number two, it's way under the opening range, that opening range low. So that's 2. Okay. Then, as you can see here, the RSI, it's way under the RSI. So that's 3. All 3 confirmation align. I would make a call, say, hey, puts, Tesla puts for, let's say, $700, 700 strike price, puts on Tesla. We would have got in. All right, we would have waited. Depending on, of course, where we got in, we probably would have just lost a couple of dollars, because again, remember, we came in here instead of here. So let's say if we would have got in here and the stock went up, we still would have been in the green. But of course, we got in here a little bit, this opening candlestick, we would have been in the red just by a couple of dollars. But then I would tell you guys to stay in. Why would I tell you guys to stay in? Because at 10:55, I would look at my 15-minute time frame to see what's going on. So once I see my 10-minute time frame, okay, it's still good. Okay, we can stay in. once I see my 15-minute time frame, as you can see, you see how strong that downtrend is on the 15-minute time frame away from the trauma. So that's a clear indication of that downtrend to continue. Plus my RSI on the 15-minute is under my MA. So I would say, hey, don't worry. It's just a slight pullback. And what would happen is we go back to the 5-minute time frame, exactly what happened. It was a slight pullback and it continued on down until I would probably tell you guys to take profit right here. And you see how easy that was? Just little minor things that you, of course, you know, the blue lines will be accounted for, but I don't want you guys to be like, oh, shoot, which way, how to set it. But you guys just basically have to set it your own. So eliminate the blue, just look at the trauma, how it's under on the 5-minute time frame, how it's underneath the trauma, strong downtrend. It's underneath the low of the opening low. That's a good sign. Then the last sign is the RSI. It's underneath the RSI. So all that indication of a downtrend. And if you just want to be sure, just go ahead and go to the 15-minute time frame and look at where that stock is. And this is today. So that right there would indicate right there more downtrend to come. And of course, that's what happened. So this 15-minute time frame, for some reason, it is powerful. I find it very powerful. I don't look at anything else but these, the 1 minute, 5 minute, 15-minute, the hour to set my my levels, the 5-minute, of course, to set my intraday levels, the daily to see what direction that it's going to. And of course, that daily, it was showing you that it's still on a good uptrend, but yet certain days we can still make money on a downfall. Okay, and how it's still strong, of course, it's still under the trauma. It's still under the trauma. So I knew for a fact, hey, I would know for a fact, yeah, this will continue on a downtrend because it hasn't broke any good resistant levels yet. This is a main one here. This is the first one that if it breaks is going to continue up. Then a next one would be, as you can see, you see how it touched these levels? These levels here I would watch for. Okay, so this blue line, this will be a level that I would watch for. Then the second level that I would watch for would be here because these are very important double bottoms where it double bottom and it shot up. So these here are very important price action levels right here. And if it breaks these, then I know for a fact we can continue on some nice good uptrend or some calls or some swings too, because a lot of people don't have the money to, or even on a lot of people on Robinhood. That's why I tell everybody to jump on Webull for the cash account. We can still trade if you have that settled funds available. So if we would have got into a quick play, made some money, got out, everyone would be happy. So this level here is very important to watch, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to play Tesla. You look at here, you're on the daily, look at this double bottom that formed, it went up. As you can see, it went up here. So this is a level here. I'll call you back. This is a level here, and the next level will be right here. All right. So these are very important. And that's it. I just want you guys to look at the price action that your stock that you're looking at produces for you. What type of story that your stock, whatever stock you're looking at, what type of story is telling you. Look at it, find out what direction it's going to or wants to go to, and then go ahead and chart those levels. And if it breaks upwards from your levels, and you have all the confirmation in the world from the trauma, from the RSI, from the orb and everything else, then go for it. But those setups has to be everything for you. The confidence has to be above 90. You're confident, you're very confident on this play. Sometimes, of course, it could fool you. Like today, earlier, it was a lot of fake breakouts first thing in the morning. A lot. A couple of us got screwed on SPY and everything like that. We got screwed a lot. It was a fake breakout, but of course, shit happens. You know, you can't predict. Again, we cannot predict the market. We just have to make sure, hey, if these levels are broken, nine times out of 10 is going to continue upwards because it's holding on that level, or it's going to continue downwards because it's holding underneath that level. And that's all I want you guys to basically find, chart it, and wait. Right now with the market, it is a waiting game. And Peter, you here? I don't think here. It's a waiting game with the market, and we just have to wait. And that's why I want you guys just to chart it as much as you can every night. I don't want you to chart 20, 30 tickers. No, just find a good 2 or 3 that you can skim through, because a lot of people do work a 9 to 5. Only thing I want you to do is just skim through it. Go in and skim through it. If you want Apple, Tesla, Netflix, whatever stocks or ticker, just go ahead and set it up. Put it here in your watch list, just 3. Put it here, or 2. I would say for now, just watch 2. Or if you want to watch 1, like SPY, by all means, just chart the hell out of SPY. Okay, so just look at it on the 1 hour. Look at your levels. Find out where those levels has been touched previously. Mark it. Go to the 5-minute. The smaller levels, go ahead and mark those, because those are the very important smaller levels where we can go in for 5-10 minutes and still come out with profit without losing anything. Mark it, look at it, and go for it. I want this to be as simple as possible, without a lot of jargon, without a lot of indicators. Just 2 or 3 indicators now that I'm putting in. Actually, the order block is still good. This one I'm taking out. This one I'm taking out. Let me save it. Ah, freak. I forgot. I gotta go back. God damn it. All right, I'll save it up. But anyway, just go back, save it, save those levels, and just remember it. That's it. Or even if you want, go ahead and you can always put a note on the screen just to remind yourself, or you can set alerts. So, okay, if bullshit. If Tesla goes above blah, 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 then I want blah, blah, blah. I'll go in once Tesla break these particular levels and set the alert. And once you get it, look at those levels. And if it reaches and stays and holds and goes up, by all means, go in for about 20 minutes to make 20, 30% profit.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
My bad.
Hmm?
My bad.
Oh, it's all good. Damn, I can't remember what I did. Any questions? There we go, bastard. Any questions?
I don't have any questions. I'm just taking it all in, processing everything that you spoke about today.
Oh yeah, yeah. You and I, we're gonna Monday. You available Monday to talk?
Yes, I'm available Monday.
Okay, Monday we're gonna go over certain things. I'll go ahead and send you some videos, Vicky, on just starting off. Basically, I just want you to chart readings now. Forget about candlestick patterns. I want you to read the charts as far as what to look for. Now, there's other ways that we can do things. There's other ways that we chart certain things. There's the descending triangles and so forth that we look at to see if it breaks this particular level because of the triangle shape. If it breaks above it, it will continue on that particular trend. Like Marvel's gonna. Who's still in Marvel? We got out, right? I hope everybody got out, because it looks like it might go up again, or it might reverse. But I didn't want to wait. A lot of people got in and made about 30-40% on it from today, the call that I made, and we got out. So that's a good thing. That's all I want you guys to do, especially the new people. Take 30%, 40%, and go. Go. All right. So, but yeah, Vicky, there's certain things that I definitely want to go over with you on how to chart. and stuff like that, because there's a lot of ways to chart particular. See how I put notes? This was
Mhm.
back on January 21st. See how I put notes? Marvel put play 77 strike. I just remind myself, and then I'll add a alert just in case if it reached that 77 price or anything up below it. See how I chart it, and then I go for it. So it's very easy. This is why I love TradingView, because you can set stuff up, set an alert, because of course everyone's working. A lot of people in the group is working, so they don't have time. Especially I know with Wilma and her damn boss getting on her nerves and stuff like that. So yes, Wilma, if you can set alerts as much as possible, we won't lose. You won't lose. You know what I'm saying? Because I know you missed SPY today or yesterday too. You missed a lot of plays. So go ahead and set it. I don't care. Set it up, and it'd be the easiest way to go back in without forgetting that play entirely for that day and lose money. Okay, so it's really good. Yeah, Vicky. So go back to TradingView, learn more about TradingView, and all the stuff that it has is very helpful. And I'll show you certain things that I do on TradingView. Like I have a bar right here. These are my favorite bars that I use all the time.
Mhm.
Instead of trying to go, because of course, with TradingView has hundreds of stuff that you can do. Well, I pick the best ones that I have that I need and go for it. You know, like here, I can set this up. It's like, okay, I'll use this here because I see, you know, this range going on until it breaks here. That's when I go in. Stuff like that, that it's already preset for me. So I'll teach you how to do all that, or there's videos on YouTube for that. But until then, Monday, I'm gonna go ahead and send you some videos, and then we'll go more in depth on how we as a group look at stuff. And even, hey, even if you not too sure, just go ahead and post it. Say, hey, what do you think about Marvel puts, blah, blah, blah. You know, I have Wilma, I have Jess, I have a lot of people in there that's very, very knowledgeable. I have Peter, she's good too on supply and demand. That's another way of support and resistance. Okay, everything here relies on support and resistance. Any charting that you do relies on support and resistance. Everything relies. I don't care if you set the bars, if you set different angles, if you set like the trauma is kind of like a support and resistance, because you see how it's resisting and it's keep going down. So that's a resistance. Then you have certain levels where it is a support, like right here. This is a support level because it's above the line, and it's supporting that, and it's continuing on an upward trend. So everything that you do is support and resistance. And that's one of the main things that we will go over next week.
Okay.
All right. But yeah, continue studying, girl, and ask questions, please. That's how we all make money.
Got it. Thank you.
You're welcome. Anybody else? Questions?
How often do you use the order block?
Say it again.
How often do you use the order block?
Every day.
Every day?
Every day. On the 5 minute. It has to be on a 5 minute.
Can you give me a
Every day.
rundown real quick?
With the order block?
Yeah.
Okay, the order block is simple. The only thing I want for this to happen, because the first 5 minute at 9:30, this is the opening range. This is the first thing that happens. The highest of that first candlestick and the lowest of that first candlestick right here. So what I want stuff to happen is anything that breaks over is for calls. Anything, of course, that breaks under is for puts. But of course, you have to wait for certain criteria to happen. So if it breaks under here at this candlestick, I would wait at least for the second one to confirm that it is on that downtrend. Then what I would look for at the trauma, of course, it is under the trauma. So that's a second confirmation of it going down. Next, I would look at the RSI MA, and as you can see, it's under the moving average, just like this. The trauma is just a moving average, but it's a smoother moving average, and it's closer to the price action. So this is why I love it more. It's closer to the price action. Let me see if I can put it. All right. See, I put some, you see, I put the MAs on, and see how the trauma, it's closer to the price action versus all this. So let's say if I didn't have the trauma on and you wanted to stay in the play and you're thinking that, okay, it's in a downtrend, all of a sudden you get caught on that uptrend. Well, it's kind of too late because you lost some money here. Let's say you would have got in here and waited for a while at 11:30 and it reversed on you, didn't know, then around 1:30, you would have lost all your money.
Right, right.
Okay, so it's closer to the price action. Now, when you add the trauma, okay, so instead of getting out here, you would have got out here sooner because, of course, you would have seen that curve. Then you would have saw this reversal, this doji here, reversal pattern. Actually, it appeared a couple of times. So it's giving you warnings that something's about to happen. You see what I mean?
Right.
It's giving you warnings that something is about to happen. All right. So you would have probably got out, let's say from here, you probably would have got out here and made some money. Then what I like too about the order blocks, this is another thing too, Vicky, the order blocks. What I like about the order blocks, this tells you what, if, of course, if it's in green, that calls are coming in. So just to get out, depending if you're in a puts play and this order block appears on a 5-minute, this will tell you right now, hey, get out, make that money. Okay. And you see that nice uptrend, everything was going fine. And then what happened? Now this is another order block telling me that, hey, puts, people are buying puts.
Okay, I got it. Okay.
Okay, people are buying puts. If it's red or pink, whatever color you want to set it, people are buying puts. And if it's green, that means people are buying calls. So that's another confirmation if you want. I only use the order block right here. You see this red, this yellow candle? That's the confirmation of it breaking these previous levels.
Oh, okay.
So if you see here, this order block, if you see it right here, this was in a type of range, consolidation type. Once it hit that nice downtrend, then it started consolidating. Once it hit that nice downtrend, there's candlestick patterns that you will identify to show you, hey, this could be a possible reversal. That strong downtrend, now what you see, there's wicks on both sides. Then after that, you see that nice green candle, but then sellers came in, but then there was still wicks on the Hakanashi. There was still wicks going on. So you know that was getting weak. It was getting weak. It was getting weak. It was getting weak. And then boom, order block came in, it reversed on us and it went up. So there's a lot of stuff that you can identify in the beginning of the play that can eliminate from us losing. But when it's in real time, there's a lot of shit that happened that we can't control. We would turn our head for 1 minute and all of a sudden we're in a puts play. All of a sudden that shit reversed and we got screwed. But for the most part, if you set everything right, and if you identify it real quick, and I always say that, hey, I see reversal on the 5-minute, or I see reversal on a 15-minute, I see some type of reversal, or I see a double bottom on the 5, then you know for a fact, hey, it's time to get out. Because if you're in a puts play and you see that double bottom means it's going to go up, and down, and then finally, after 2 touches, that bad boy is going to rip. You only need 2 touches for it to confirm. Like the double bottom and double top, that's why it's called a double bottom and a double top, because it only need 2 touches of that same level to confirm that it's going to go down.
Got it.
All right, but yeah, I'll teach you all that. But yeah, the orb is very, very important. And you can see here with the orb, Peter, that it didn't really do anything, because let's say if you would have confirmed after the second candlestick being under, but you can see all these wicks happening, that means that the trend, the momentum is not strong enough. Okay, it's not strong enough. So I wouldn't even go in here for any puts. I would wait for all my confirmation to happen for me to go in. But then if you can see, Yesterday, it was just in a range. This is Marvel. I'm gonna go to Tesla and stuff, but yeah, this is a ticket, and it happens on any. It works on any particular stock with the orb. So this right here would have been in a range, and it was shit. I would have done. I don't want to go. I don't want to play when it's in the particular range. I do not want
Right.
to. You would lose. And same thing here. And of course, once you see a big wick, forget about it. Don't even play that particular ticker because it will be in a range all freaking day. All freaking day. Let me see. Just like SPY today. SPY, I don't know what happened to SPY today. It was just basically in a range. It wouldn't really want to do shit. Now, if you want to scalp it, yeah, if you would have seen certain levels and scalp it for like a minute or two and make a couple of bucks, by all means, you can do that.
That was yesterday. when
Oh,
we
I'm
got
sorry.
into the
Yesterday,
clip.
yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh,
We got
shit.
into
This
the
what happened
clip right
today.
there.
Yeah. So this would have been a nice confirmation. You see that yellow candle from the order blocks? That nice candle here, that's a confirmation. This is another confirmation. It's underneath. So yeah, we would have got in some puts. I didn't even bother. Once I made my profit, I got in yesterday with SPY. I caught out SPY yesterday and so forth because I saw this here at the last minute. I saw the reversal, but then it didn't hold. But then this particular pattern, it was a lot of calls coming in, puts coming in, but then for some reason, the people were just selling off. I was like, oh shit, this is a good time to get some calls just in case. It was a lotto play. Okay, I saw that. Then I saw the, let me take out the MA. I saw the trauma try to curve up a little bit. I was like, let me take my chances. Plus, the RSI was going to above the MA lines. I was like, fuck it. If I fail tomorrow, I fail. But it just so happened it did well. And then what happened was, I think, I know Wilma was trying to go in. It was trying to go up, but then we got stopped out right here. And ever since then, it was just downward position. So this right here, if you would have played puts, Peter, this would have made some money for you because it's underneath the trauma. All confirmation is here, plus the RSI line is under the MA line. That's beautiful. Then if you would have went to the 15-minute time frame around, let's say here, 10:15, just for another confirmation at 10:15. See right here, like 10:15 right here, that's a good confirmation that it was that big inside bar yellow. That means it's going down, whatever direction. Even if it's going up, there's a yellow, but that direction for the yellow is upward. So if you would have seen this, you know for a fact that yellow means it's going to be a strong trend for whatever direction that yellow is pointing to. And then that confirms it. This confirms it here. And lastly, it's underneath the trauma.
What is the name of that order block?
Here?
The setting. Is
Oh,
this
what's the
called order
setting?
block?
Yeah, it's just called order blocks. Let me get it for you.
I need to put more money into my account.
So it's order blocks by PMK07. And then my settings is simple. I think I keep everything. Yeah, from open to close. I don't want any high lows. I want from open to close. And then 3-3. Everything is, I think, is just the same. It's the only thing I change. And then, of course, the good thing too, depending on what type of chart, if you have a dark or a light, of course, you can change whatever you want here. Let's say if you want to change, if you want to make this a little lighter, you can change it here. Make it darker or lighter here. You can change it here too. Change it here. Here too. You could basically change the order block to your liking, whatever color you want. Oh, no, you cannot change. I'm sorry, you cannot change anything on the order block. You can't.
Is
Only
the
the
order
orb.
block real time?
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yes. When calls start coming in, you will see this, it will automatically pop. This green will pop, depending on time frame that you're in. So let's say you're in a 5 minute, it will pop right here. It will pop at 12:50. Let's see when it popped here. At 12:45. So it popped a little bit earlier. So that 15 minute would have catched it. And you see why this 15 minute, for some reason, is a strong indication of where the stock is going. I don't know why, but I've been doing some back testing. But this 15 minute is actually faster than the 10, 5, and 1 minute. For some reason. That's why if I want to stay longer in a play, I will look at the 15 minute to see where it is. It's above or below the trauma, or how strong it is away from the line to stay in a play.
Mm-hmm.
Very strong. But yeah, that's it. And then with the orb, that's where you can change everything. The orb, you can change the background if you want it lighter or darker, or if you want another color, you can change the orb, whatever to your liking that you're comfortable with. But the order block, you can't change anything. But yeah, this is it. I don't really have any other indicators anymore. No MACDs, no nothing anymore. I want it simple as possible with my lines. And once it touched these previous lines, and if it holds, then I'll go in.
Do you know how to make your own indicator?
No.
I want to make my own.
You can learn. I think it's easy. You can learn.
Bet.
Oh,
I said bet.
Yeah, you can learn, definitely. I'll send you some links if you want.
Thank you.
All right. But yeah, that's it, guys. Any questions before we go?
No question. Thank you. This was very informative.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you for the call.
You got it, guys. So let's try to rock and roll tomorrow, baby.
Can you go over Apple, please?
Let's see. Apple burned us today again. Bastard again. So with Apple, let's look at the daily real quick. So here's what I see. This is the story that I see on the daily. And don't mind all these bull crap, because matter of fact, let's take these off. I'm going to take this off. I'm going to take this off. So before you do anything, I don't want to see any indicators, nothing. I just want to see a blank canvas. Okay, blank canvas. So this will help you, Vicky. This will help you in the long run, as far as, let's say if you weren't able, let's say if we were never able to use indicators, the only thing we were able to use is just lines. All right, these lines that you have here. So we would never able to use indicators or anything. So what I want you to do is just to see this stock, just to see what the story that the stock is telling me. Okay, so the first thing that the stock is telling me, that it was kind of like a triple bottom. See how this double bottom happened? It went down. Then it was a slight double bottom here, and it went down. It tried to retrace, and it went down, and it came back up. So after this big play, and you can see here, this is a level right here that is very important. So if you would chop it up from right here, I would say this level is very important. You see how it touched, it went back down, touched 2 times, it went back down. It was trying to touch 2 or 3 times here, went back down, touch once, twice, it went back down. So this here, number 1, is a level. Number 2 is another level, is right here. So I would go here because it touched, it went back up, touched, it was trying to go up, and then it finally broke, and then it went back up. So this is another level that I see. Another level right here because it touched, went up, it went down back in February, touched, went down, broke through, and then this was in a range a couple of days. So that's right here is very important, as you can see. That's another level. I have this level here that I see. because this was in a range at that 150.12. And as you can see, it broke through back in May, then May 12th, and then May 17th, it was trying to break through upwards. It didn't, and it went down. So these are my four main levels for now. Okay, this one is one right here too. As you can see, it touch, went up. Right here, it touched 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a couple of times, and it went up. So these are my main levels. Then I will go to the 1 hour real quick to see other minute levels that I can identify and do, because right now this is where we're at with Apple, and it's making me sick. You see how I was trying to touch all day for ever since yesterday? It wanted to break that level, it didn't. So now what I'm seeing is a doji signal. It might go down, and just to double check, yep, it's going to go down. So you're looking at more downtrend for Apple, probably until Monday or until Friday afternoon. So now what you want to do is work on puts. So if I would want to work on puts, I would just basically look at certain levels again. This is a level because it touch here. It broke through right here from this. All right, so I'll leave it like that. Then I'll go to my 5-minute real quick. And now you just see these minute levels that you want to basically look for. So these right here, let's say this is a level. This is a level. This is a level. And right here is a level. Okay, why I say that, but you see how it broke through here. Then this particular 148.93, you see how many times it touched? It was trying to go up, then it went down. It broke through, boom, boom, bap. So this level is good. So the only thing I want you to see tomorrow, I want you to watch tomorrow, Wilma, for Apple or anybody else who's watching Apple. If Apple breaks below and hold, because this level here is very important. If Apple breaks below this level of 148.08, and if it holds, another candlestick, another 1 or 2 candlestick closes, red candlestick, it has to be red candlestick closes below this 148.08, we're going to play puts, because they're all signs of puts. All right, so just to be confirmed, confident of this here, that's when I'll go ahead and put. I wouldn't put my orb yet, because of course the orb starts at 9:30. So I look at my order blocks. Look at my order blocks. You see that? Puts came in at a couple of minutes before closing, 20 minutes before closing. So I know for a fact that's a confirmation. Then I would look at my trauma. See my trauma? It's trying to break through. So if it breaks through that trauma, again, if it breaks through below that 148.08, puts are in play. And then you see my RSI, look at that drop. That's a nice drop. And of course, you see that puts volume, it spiked up the last 5 minutes. So all this is telling me, now I look at the 15-minute real quick. All this is telling me that, yeah, it's going down. It's trying to push underneath that that trauma line. So we just wait. We'll wait. We'll wait for these numbers to clear, for these price action. All it is support and resistance here, Vicky. So we'll wait for these price action to close below. Got to make sure it has to close below. The candlestick has to close below here, remain here for the next candlestick. Then you know that confirmation is for a downward trend. Just like this right here. This is a perfect example. This was that blue line of 150.12. That was a crucial line. And then it broke underneath right here. It closed underneath at 10:25. It closed underneath. Then it had some downtrend. It had a pullback retracement, but it never broke because of this trauma line. That's the resistance right there. After that, it resisted. It continued on down. So if we would have got in here at 10:25 and would have rolled it all off until we would have saw that green order block, meaning that calls came in right here, at 12.15, that would have been a nice profit on Apple. All right.
Okay.
So for Apple, it looks like it's puts, but of course, I don't quote me 100% because shit happens. Shit happens where we're thinking that it's going to go up and something else happened. All right. So it looked like for past couple of days, it's been on a nice, it didn't move that much except for earlier today. It didn't move that much. So I'm looking, you see that? It came from a nice uptrend. It's consolidating. So yeah, I'm looking for a downtrend after this because it was too long of a consolidation. Usually for a consolidation is around one and a half days. But yeah, it's been consolidating too long. Let me look one more thing. Let's see. Yeah, even on the daily right now, you see how it's above this? It wants to fight to go up, but sellers are coming in. Sellers are coming in. It looks good now. It looks good for an upward trend. But if tomorrow that orb happens to be down, or if it goes below the orb, just play puts for a couple of minutes, for 20 minutes or so, make some profit, because it's liable to go back up and switch on us by Friday afternoon after the sell-off. Because a lot of people got contracts to the 3rd, and they will sell that off. And once we sell it off by 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, you're going to see that reversal. So we could probably pay puts for probably tomorrow, first half of tomorrow on Apple, and just wait to see where it reverses by Friday afternoon. But Apple looks like it's on a strong downtrend for a day, at least for a day. I could see it here on the hour. I can see it here on the 15-minute because it's about to break. Or here's a good thing with the 15-minute. Now, what you want to see is if it breaks through, you know for a fact it's going to continue that downtrend until Friday. But tomorrow, if it holds and break up, then there's calls. So that 15-minute, look at the 15-minute too. First thing, 5-minute orb, and look at the 15-minute to see where that stock is heading. So this is very crucial for Apple tomorrow. Either it breaks and go down for more downtrend, or it happens to bounce from it and continue up. But I highly doubt it that it's going to continue up.
The black line on your RSI, that's the price action, or is it?
No, that's just the RSI.
Oh, okay.
And this is the MA. This is just RSIs and MAs are basically directional indicators. But the real price action, closer to the price action, is the trauma.
Okay.
Along with, of course, with your levels. Because these right here are price actions. What price action mean is it going to stay at this particular price, or if it's going to go up or down in a quick move. So all these here are all these levels are price action levels. So we can definitely be a price action trader. Why? Because now we know these levels, and if it breaks up, we know we set our levels so we can go ahead and meet those levels and target. I can target if it goes underneath, again, if it goes underneath 148.08, I know for a fact that my target to take profit will probably be 147.10. Why? Because see how it hit there? It may bounce. So I would go here. If it goes underneath, I would go for a couple minutes until I see this reach this 147.10, because it may bounce. Because that right there is a price action. The price action may bounce or go through, but I wouldn't test it. All I would want to do is just go ahead and take my profit and go. Because this is another key level, price action key level right here. So you could play depending on opening orb, you can play probably Apple for a good 20 minutes or so until it reach here and get out. Because it might reverse on you right here. Because that key level right here is important. But if it break through, then boom. Then your next target would be 146.51. Just to take profit real quick. But tomorrow we got to watch this to see what's going to happen. So we'll watch it together. We'll watch this. We'll probably only watch Apple and SPY tomorrow, just to see what's going on with the market. Because of course the market moves with SPY, and of course with Apple it moves along with SPY. So let's see what's going on. Let me see how energy. I didn't even check energy today. Energy did okay.
It did great half of the day.
Yeah. Energy did all right. Damn, look at Fubo. $3.14. Jeez. Do y'all know what Fubo used to be? How much Fubo used to be?
It used to be a lot. We used to play earnings on it. It used to be
Fubo, let me tell you, look at Fubo. Fubo used to be in the
Dang.
5,000s.
What the heck?
5,000.
Yeah, the highest Fubo back in 2000, November 16th, 2015, Fubo was 22,500 per share.
Why did it crash?
That's ridiculous.
And ever since then, it never recovered. And now it's $3.14. That's
What
crazy.
happened?
Look at that shit. That's crazy. From 22,000 to $3. In a matter of what 2015, what, 6 years, 7 years.
They should be out of business by now.
Right?
What happened to it?
Fubo is a streaming app, so you can stream stuff and all that good stuff. But Netflix took over.
Oh,
Netflix
got you,
took over.
got you.
And this was back in China and stuff like that. So Fubo was I think Fubo was overseas, but they were making money. They opened, the highest they opened for that day was 22,000. And then the low for that day was, whoa, it went down all the way to 4,000. And then the
Who
next,
bought stock
yeah.
at 22 grand? That's crazy.
yeah, and then the November 16th, 2015, it was back up to 12,000, almost 13,000, but it never recovered. It went downhill ever since. Never recovered. It has its ups and downs. Yeah, some earnings it did beat earnings, and some it did fail. But after this, the second day, it never recovered. $22,000 per share, and now it's $3.14. I believe this bad boy is going to go to 99 cents.
Hmm.
But
That King went down.
yeah, everything a lot. Docu, I used to love Docu. Playing Docu. Docu went down. DTLR went down. I mean, just everything is going down. We just have to, for that day, we just have to play. I remember Neo. Neo was what? Almost 20. Shit. Neo, I used to love Neo. We got Neo. This was before all this stuff. I used to post this on my Facebook page. We got Neo around $6. We rode Neo until Neo was $40. We made some good money that day, that time frame. But then Neo never recovered too, because Tesla. I thought Neo was going to beat Tesla, but it never did anything. Yeah, we rode that. Yeah, it was around $60. We went in around $5, $6. We made some fucking money. Wow, whoever went with me made some money. And this one, I before I started the Discord group or anything, I used to just buy shares, cheap shares. It's $5, $6. I used to buy a lot of them and just hold them because I thought Neo was going to be the next Tesla. When I seen Tesla was like $200, then Tesla was 300, then Tesla was 400. I was like, shit, we never got into Tesla. I didn't know about, I thought Tesla was going to be a fluke. Then Tesla flew. Then when Neo came out, we was like, oh shit, this is going to be the next Tesla. But we got in, we bought, made profit. But then when COVID hit, never recovered that much.
You recovered a little bit.
Yeah, it recovered, but the highs was about $60, $70. We made some money. I made some money off of Neo. And then when then COVID hit, we took all our money out. So we thought Neo was going to be the next Tesla. So I had everybody buying in. Everybody made some money on my Facebook. And never recovered then.
I guess Rivian will be the next Tesla or Lucid.
I don't know.
Started your position, Lucid. You know, Lucid is in what mall it was that I was at? The one in West Palm Beach Mall. They have a
Really?
Lucid in there. Yes, I saw it in person. That car is really, really
It's
nice.
beautiful. Yeah, it's beautiful. I saw it in person a couple times too. It's beautiful. Ford, I'm hoping Ford come back. I want Ford to be back in the 18, 19 price range, but it's not doing well. Lucid too. I don't know about XPEV. I thought that was going to be a next Tesla killer. Yeah, trying to load in and nothing happened. So Tesla is king right now. So we play Tesla, make money out of it for EVs. So these are like these are like my top plays. I only play right now. Recently, I've just been playing SPY and Tesla and SPX because I know how they move and how to make quick money off of them. But we got this. We just have to now just be patient and wait for our setups to come to light. Wait for our setups. We can't rush it. We can't do swings. Nothing.
No swing.
We can't swing no more, man. I used to love swings, man. That's where we really made our money. We will hold it. We saw the pattern, hold it. Boom. It will continue the same way. But even if you were swing, let's say if you would have swung this and got in high, you see what it got in high at 1648, right? On March 16th, look at the next day. It would have went down to 1616. We would have lost money. Thinking that was going to continue up. It would, but a lot of people would have got out here because they would have lost 30, 40%. You see that shit? It's so ridiculous how this market is.
Well, that's the thing about swings is that you may go low the next day, then it'll pick up again, but you have to be patient with it.
Yeah, a lot of especially with I have low account, small account people. I don't want them to lose their money like that. For me, you, Peter, Jess, we could probably hold it for 2 or 3 days. You know what I'm saying? But for a lot of people, when they see that red and they only got a couple of $100 in their account, I don't want them to lose money anymore like that. But hey, we gonna do it. Once this war stop, a lot of shit gonna go up. A lot of stuff gonna go up. So we just be patient, wait for the right setup, snipe it as best as we can, take profit that day, and we out. All right.
All right.
So SPY and Apple tomorrow. We're going to chart and see what the hell going on. How we can make some money tomorrow. All right, Jess. All right, Vicky.
All right. Good night. Thank
All right,
you.
Wilma. See you guys. All right, bye-bye.